So I was in college and got a phone call from an unknown number, and it was Sherry. And she said, Amanda, I work at the Forum Theater downtown for the Foundation of Arts, and we're putting on the show Will Rogers Follies. And I wish you would come back to theater. You would be such a good fit for this production. I wish you would come audition. And so I did. I had no idea what the Forum Theater was. For a while, I thought the Forum and the FOA were the same thing, but soon found out throughout the production and rehearsals, I did get a spot in the show, that it was its own organization providing more than just community theater, but also arts education in the Art Center. So that kind of gave me the bug. I guess everybody that comes and sticks with the FOA sort of gets bit by the bug. And so I got bit by the bug, hung around for a couple of months doing other shows, and then a position came available, a part-time position next door at the Art Center. And so I applied for it and got the job. And I stayed here on staff with the FOA until about 2009, when I did have to go and finally work for the family business, which is a good decision, but the FOA's always remained a big part of my life. I think for me, I've always been a large supporter of the arts, especially the Foundation of Arts, just because of what the mission is and the actual lives I've seen changed because of what the FOA does in the community, especially with our outreach programs. I didn't understand outreach until I worked here and actually had some hands-on time doing outreach. Working with the adults with disabilities was a highlight. There's something to be said when you can walk into a room and the whole room is lit up and happy because you're there and because they love what you're providing for them. So that was something that evolved for me, learning to love the outreach and all of the things that encompass the Foundation of Arts. And then also when I had my child, I had a different understanding for what it actually meant for families. So right now I still have a 5-year-old, so we are slowly learning who we are and what we're interested in. I will say though that he has places he does not want to go. And I will say that this is not a place that he screams and kicks and cries when I say, hey, we're going to the theater. He's enjoyed being a part of the community theater productions when I've brought him to watch as an audience member. And recently, when I've been in a couple of shows, he's been with me at rehearsal, and he has no reason to be on electronics because he's just as entertained watching a rehearsal as he is watching an iPad, which is a really successful thing when you're a mom in 2020. Well, I'd say the Foundation of Arts is the one place that I feel like all families can come and be included. You don't have to have a particular talent or a skill to be welcomed. There are all different areas that we can serve and we all can work together. And I think that's the exciting part of not just productions, but live entertainment included. And it's when you all have this masterpiece that you want to put together so others can come and have enjoyment, it takes a lot of work. And it's behind the scenes, it's writing, it's creating, it's building costume sets. You've got to have somebody to work out calendars and schedules, and then of course you have the talent on the stage as well. So I think for our community, the Foundation of Arts is something that will encompass an entire family, and it doesn't matter how old, how young, what color, what you believe in, religion. It's just a place that you all can come, and it's true community. The arts is everywhere in our community. You see it in the schools. We have some other entities that are providing theater, but I think that the Foundation of Arts is more than just community theater. We have arts education, we have, of course, our theater, we have music shows and recitals and live music happening on the weekends, art festivals. Not only that, but the outreach programs that the Foundation of Arts provides that a lot of people don't get to see every day with working with adults with disabilities, bringing in thousands of school children who've never had the opportunity to see live theater. I mean, that is something huge. Scholarship programming for the kids that don't have the opportunity to be a part of anything else, and everything costs money these days. And that's just something that I think without the FOA in our community would be, it would be sad. It would be a huge impact on all of those individuals that come and are nurtured and are loved on and are a part of a community that you can't find anywhere else. I guess if we're going to tell a story, when I worked here, people love to come into your office and sit down and tell you how wonderful this place is and what it's done for their child. There was one child in particular, and I was teaching a tap class, and he came in and never spoke. I would talk to him and he would respond to instructions, but he didn't have a lot to say. But he was doing good, and he would come back every week and had learned and worked on, evidently at home, what we had worked on in class. And his dad came in about probably 2 semesters in and sat down and cried, and he said, "You won't believe what this has provided for my son. He's made friends. He feels confident. He suffered from a disease of the kidneys that kept him from growing. So he was bullied a lot and did not have a lot of friends. And he found the love here. He found the community. He found that he was wanted, and that there were other kids that also felt the same way he did. And it was such an inspirational story to me. And later on, I'd hear others that felt the same, but it was that child in particular that really struck me. In fact, I keep up with him on social media now, and he plays the drums, and he's a pretty neat kid. And I'm really proud that the FOA had a part of that and helping him grow and giving him confidence to be the person he wanted to be.